Hi everyone, it's Ply, and welcome to Roadwave Coffee Warehouse, where I am going to be brewing for you August 2024 subscription coffee. So for today, we are going to be brewing Daterra Full Bloom. This is coffee from Brazil that is a bit low in acidity, really full body, have lots of sweetness, and I really hope that you enjoy this recipe because it's a little different from other recipe. This recipe is going to be a double brew, which means that we're going to be brewing coffee with coffee, and it's going to be an ice brew because it's so hot, and it's such a forgiving recipe that you can use it with other coffee as well. It's going to give you a very sweet and very vibrant iced coffee, and that even after the ice is melting, the coffee will still hold itself, so you can enjoy it for longer, and it's suitable for every coffee out there with a little bit of adjustment in terms of grind size. And I'll tell you a little bit more when we get that started. A little bit about the coffee. This coffee, the Brazil Full Bloom, is from the Daterra farm, where we have visited, and we have very good relationship with the Daterra farm. We visit them in 2021, see their operations, see how the team is working, and we really like working with them. So we hope that you will enjoy this coffee. For this coffee, the Full Bloom is a natural processed coffee, traditional natural, as well as for each year when we buy Full Bloom or when we roast Full Bloom for you, the coffee that's under Full Bloom, which is under the name given by Daterra that have this type of flavor profile, it can be different variety. So for this year, Full Bloom, it is Red Bourbon and Catigua. And then next year it could be different. Yeah, let's get started. Today we'll be using 20 grams of coffee to 200 grams of water, and we are going to be brewing with just one pour, but we're going to do a slow pour, and I'm going to show you a little bit. But let's grind the coffee. We're going to grind the coffee a little bit finer than your usual pour over because we want to increase the strength of the coffee. I'm going to be using the Femabook A5, which is a battery operated electric grinder. There we go. And it's gonna auto stop. So at this time, I'm gonna get my water. I'll be right back. All right, water will be around 90 degrees Celsius. It's quite forgiving. You can do 88, 92, depending on if you want more strength, if you want more acidity. Okay, give it a little bit of tap. 20 grams coffee. There we go. Give it a little tap, level it out. So I have 20 grams coffee in here. We're gonna add 200 grams of water, and we're gonna do it just one pour. Okay? All right, let's go. And not go too fast, although if you go fast, that's okay too. And toward the end, we are going to add the water on the side. Okay, take about 40 seconds or so to pour all your water. And for this particular brew, we want to get more sweetness out, so we're gonna add some agitation. So give it a little swirl. We're gonna swirl again in a little bit at around a minute 20. It's gonna take about a minute 45 or so for this to brew. We're gonna keep this for now, and you also need this carafe. Okay, now give it one more swirl. Perfect. Now we're gonna move it off, let it sit here, and then we're gonna get some ice on this one. We're gonna want around 120 to 145 grams of ice. 141 grams of ice. We're gonna put the dripper back. By the way, you can use whatever dripper you want. Doesn't have to be origami. Okay, now we have used this coffee. We're gonna pour it back. Give it a swirl too if you want. Perfect. Very good. Now, the theory behind this is that when you brew coffee with coffee, you're gonna increase some of that extractions, but you're gonna be extracting out mainly sweetness because your coffee, your solvent that you use, which is in this case coffee, is already somewhat saturated. So you're gonna increase more of that sweetness, but it doesn't have enough potential energy in the solubility to extract out the bitterness. Because unlike espresso, there's no pressure that will increase the extraction. And so by doing this way, you can extract out more strength without too much bitterness. This is gonna give us an ice brew that is quite strong. So you can dilute more, which means that once the ice is melting, as you are slowly drinking your coffee, it's gonna be more pleasant overall. And I find that a usual ice brew that is brew over ice sometimes can have uncontrolled acidity. So the first few sips might be really good, but once the ice starts melting, the acidity go up, the body go down, and it's become quite watery. So this way, it's allow you to also use the coffee with milk, with oat milk, and if it's too strong, you can add more water to dilute it. And total brew times can be between 3 minutes 30 to around 4 minutes 30. So this one is around 4 minutes 30. And this particular recipe is really, really good with coffee that is quite bright, like wash Ethiopia, wash Kenya, just to get that really brightness, but have the strength of the sweet to support it. And when you use it with the Brazil, the sweetness go up, and it's gonna be an ice brew that is also have syrupy body. So I hope that you enjoy this coffee. I'm gonna add some ice in the service vessel. Here we go. So one for me, one for Steely. Here you go.
Okay, cheers.
Oh, this one's so sweet.
Uneven surface, great more.
More sweetness.
More sweetness.
More sweetness with uneven surfaces. Quite forgiving. The strength is really good. It doesn't feel like the older style of ice brew where you brew high strength and then just over ice, but this way you have the sweetness to support it. I know I said that a few times already. For the flavor notes on this, I got a lot of dark chocolate, roasted hazelnut or roasted almond, a little bit of cherry, sweetness of an orange, not quite citrusy on this one, but it have that juiciness, that body syrupiness to support it, which is really lovely, and sweetness of caramel too. So it's really, really enjoyable. Let's add some oat milk. So one thing is that you should always drink the coffee the way you enjoy, which means that if you enjoy with milk, enjoy with sugar, drink the way you enjoy it. So this ice brew recipe worked great with milk as well because the strength is quite high. So if you like to add some oat milk, add a little bit of sugars or some syrup, it's really nice for this recipe, especially with this coffee actually, because the Brazil have that strength of the body and the sweetness to support it. Give it a little swirl. Oh, that's pretty good. It's been a long time since I have milk with sugar. Wait, it's been a long time since I have milk with brew coffee. It's pretty nice. So for this recipe, if you find the acidity is not enough for you, you want higher acidity, just grind them a little coarser, and you don't have to agitate it as much when you doing the brew. So this way you get more acidity out and less of that sweetness. Yeah. Mind you, you're gonna still have really good strength, but you're gonna lose a little bit of the body, which is okay because you want that vibrancy, you want that juiciness of the coffee anyway. If you want even more body and want even more sweet, then you grind a little finer, you can agitate a little bit more. It's gonna be a slightly longer brew, but that's okay. Once if it's too strong, then you can dilute with water and make it to the strength that you enjoy. I hope you really enjoy this recipe and try it out with other coffee and to see how you like this double brew, ice brew recipe, which I really been enjoying for a few years. I posted this on my Instagram a while ago, and it's actually on our blog as well for about 2-3 years now, but I don't think we ever did a video on it, so I'm really happy to do that today. Let us know in the comment if you try this recipe, you like it, you don't like it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy this month recipe, and we'll have more video for you as we're working hard to get a couple more videos out in August, and so please look forward to it. Enjoy the coffee. Until next time, bye.